Hey guys, I'm sorry I haven't done a video in a while. I've been busy making my fourth human and a music album at the same time. So between morning sickness and screaming in a microphone, I have not really had time to do a video. But if you do want to hear some music, I do have one song posted. If you go to my channel, Shani Ferguson Music, some songs are in Hebrew, some songs are in English. I hope you like it. Was a woman who was protesting a wall barrier inadvertently killed by tear gas that the IDF shot out? The answer is, I don't think we'll ever know. The reason is none of the stories that have been presented really add up. For example, the IDF received a report saying that there was 2 people that had been lightly wounded that had been taken to the hospital after the demonstration. A few hours later, they were released. The next morning, the IDF is told that someone died from the protest. Interesting. So the IDF asked for medical records, which of course the Palestinians say no, okay. And the records say they're doing blood work on her at 2:45, but she didn't actually get to the hospital till 3:20. And really she was in the hospital 10 days before, and then the relatives say she had asthma, but then the other relatives say she didn't have any asthma. And then somebody else claims that maybe she had cancer, and really nobody can prove that she was at the protest in the first place, except for Jonathan Pollock. He was an eyewitness. He's an Israeli anarchist who loves the Palestinian cause, which I don't know if I was a Palestinian, if I want an anarchist liking my cause, because then that kind of makes it seem like the Palestinians and lawless people get along really well. But he also said that the protest was peaceful. So picture these Palestinians just standing there with signs saying, "Move that wall." And the IDF is like, "I don't want to hear them saying those things. It hurts my ears. Let's throw some grenades with tear gas in them." And let me explain something about these settlements, okay? The reason a lot of Israelis go and move out into settlements is because it's cheaper. Housing in Israel is extremely expensive, and if you go out into the, quote, West Bank, otherwise known as Judea and Samaria, it's like 50% off. So some of the Palestinian Arabs were actually out of work during the building freeze, and that's not good for the economy, guys. But speaking of money issues, the ultra-Orthodox political party, Shas, is under a lot of fire, no pun intended, because prior to the fire in Carmel, Yeshua, who's the leader of the Shas party, turned down 10 fire trucks because they came from Christian donations, and God forbid that Israel should enjoy the benefits of Christian love in the world, since we have so many other friends in the world. Definitely can turn down Christian support, except for the fact that really Christian support is all the support that Israel has at this point, but we'll overlook that for now. In the meantime, Yeshua is being seen for the ridiculous ideologue that he is, and hopefully there'll be some backlash in the next elections. The Shas party had been experiencing a bumpy ride the last few months when one of its parliament members came out against them, saying that they're basically imprisoning the Haredi religious community in Israel, because they do not educate their children with things such as math and English, and history, you know, all the things that you need to know in order to get a job one day. So then the kids grow up and they're completely dependent on their leaders for money. And then of course, since they don't learn how to integrate into society, it's almost like these leaders like the power of being able to control all these people. It's just my guess. I could be wrong. The idea Ben-Gurion agreed with when they founded the State of Israel was that the religious community would take the 400 of their brightest to focus and study Torah for their whole life, and you know, the state would support them, whatever. I don't know how it morphed into the entire religious community being on welfare, but it's a bit of a catch-22, because the communities that are now receiving all this money, who have not learned how to integrate into society, if they will not vote for these leaders who give them this money, then other people will get in the government who want to abolish this flat, forever, your whole life welfare business. And these people have not been raised to integrate into society. So they're almost like prisoners. Just my opinion.